And if we could live for 500 years and watch a place change, our head would spin at how changeable it really is supposed to be. Wildfire is one of the most important influential agents in the forest. And keeping fire out of the woods for 100 years has made a lot of forests in sort of a powder keg condition. Human ignitions very often outstrip natural ignitions. Preventing human-caused fires is exceedingly important. The human-ignited fires are so numerous that they alone have the potential to change the fire ecology for next centuries. Smokey the Bear has a message that says we should prevent fire. That message is still important, but Smokey can't say everything he needs in one sentence anymore.
I love the desert. It's a place full of wilderness and solitude and wonder. We guide steelhead from late August through end of October on the Deschutes. I've created a lot of memories here with people and with my daughter. I love this river. We've had 3 fires that have affected us, and this all happened within a month. The first time I came down in this canyon after the fire, I feel like just something took my heart and just twisted it. To see the change was really hard to process at first. Now that it's been a couple weeks, it's green, there's already grass and plants growing back. It's really awesome. After the fire, there's been a significant decline in people using this area, and it's really unfortunate because right now we're in the prime time for summer steelhead. People can instantly post a devastating photo and they create this misconception that this is what the entire river looks like. One of the biggest things that could really help is let your friends know that any small community that's been affected by a fire is open for business. I think this is right now an opportunity to see how resilient the landscape is and how fast it can come back.
I study how landscape patterns of structure and composition and fuels drive wildfire behavior. When you look at the comparison between the Bill Osborne black and white panorama and the John Marshall modern day, what you see is a history lived with fire. And you'd see this very dynamic landscape developing over space and time. That patchwork was important for regulating the flow of fire even across the moist forest landscape. I've had the good fortune to stay in the same region for 4 decades studying fire in these places. And I think if we teach people how it's a process of renewal for a forest, we'll come to see that it's not just scary, it's essential.
Dispatch, Leonard.
Go ahead, Leonard.
Yeah, being service to Hee, crew 2, Leonard, Donahue.
Copy, 1504.
Our people believe in fire, and our people have been living with fire for, 10,000 years. One of the things that we're trying to understand is tradition and culture and science, and how do we mend them together as Native people. Our ancestors here actually used to put fire in the ground in the summertime, kind of let the fire do what it's doing, and then the rain would come in after it and put it out. You can see some of the char on the trees, some of the orange needles. That doesn't mean the trees are dead. It just means that we've been cleaning up the forest floor and trying to make this very healthy. And that's kind of our goal, is to get back to these historical conditions.
So we take a look at these 2 pictures. We see a lot of open up areas up at the top of this butte, and then this meadow is completely open down through here. If you look at this is completely closing in, and the top of this is coming in with trees. So we're gonna lose those meadows if we don't do anything. So our plan is to run fire through here to try to get this meadow back to where it was in 1933.
You want to be able to leave it to the fire professionals to go out there and actually ignite a fire under specific conditions that we can actually control. We have the chance to help Mother Nature and produce a healthy forest.
We think of fire as the reset event that births a new forest. These forests were created by fire, they evolved with fire. The work that I do is focusing on the way that forests recover following wildfire. You know, right after the fire, there's a lot of black, a lot of char, and that's when people are really concerned about what the forest is going to look like. The forest is fine. There's a healthy vegetation community that's coming back. So we're here at the B&B fire from 2003. There are buds that resprout post-fire. There are growth tissues that are below ground. Lots of little seedlings all over the forest floor. That's all natural regeneration. It was not replanted here. You can imagine these ponderosa here, you know, will grow up and will be, you know, as large as this snag. Every year we come back and we see new life, new growth and change. We call it a shifting mosaic, an ever-changing patchwork of how the forest works.
The opportunity for us in the next 20 to 30 years is to learn to live better with wildfire. This is our natural resource and tourism-based economy. It's our watch to oversee that our favorite places persist.